What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Wicked Garage. As you can see in front of me, we have something a little different, but it's still in the realm of fabrication and what we do. So before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like, comment, and share. And let me show you what's going on with this project. So we have a piece of 304 number 4 polished stainless 12 gauge. Now what we're going to do is we already drawn out what we need to cut, so we're going to cut two pieces on here, and we are recreating this screen mesh, which is going to be a window guard essentially. And the biggest thing was finding this intercrimp screen woven mesh, and you can't get it in the time frame we need it, so we're going with a lock crimp, which is essentially the same thing as the woven. It's just a little bit closer of a crimp, and it looks a lot cleaner than this. This has more of a outer crimp. It's sort of crimped on both sides in the center, and it just creates a stronger rigid screen. But the lock crimp is the same exact thing as this, and it's going to do exactly what this is doing. It's just protecting the window. So the whole plan on how we have to actually get this done is we have to cut this out, clean it up, bring it up and get it bent, and then we will come back, essentially clean it up again. We are waiting for the lock crimp screen mesh to come in, and then we can TIG weld everything, like the screen mesh on the back, bend and TIG the round sides on here, and get it all cleaned up and back, hopefully before the end of the year. I'm hoping for the beginning of next week, but as you know, it's Christmas and the holidays. Everything's a little messed up. I was lucky to just get this because I just ordered this yesterday, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it today or Friday, which if I got it Friday, then I'm not going to be able to get it bent until Monday. But anyway, this is what we're making, and you're going to come along in the process like you do with all my videos, and we're going to get it done. Hope you enjoy the video, guys. Let's get into it. Alright, guys, we went up there this morning, got these bent, and as you can see, there is some marring that happens when you bend. It is what it is. They also helped me bend these where they need to be. I have to do a little bit more maneuvering with this and bending and such, but it's in its place close enough to where I can work with, and then we'll clean it all up. What I was doing before, though, was trying to get everything out, and I seem to got a little bit of a process going to where it'll work really nice. The only thing is that is pretty much gone because it was already from another job messed up, so I have to get a 240, a 120, and I want to get you know, 2 of each so that I have them, and they work really good. They've really brushed these really nice. So once they're all finished up, you can see all my Mars that were on the tabs are pretty nice, and everything polished up really nice. So we're gonna go with that. Should be good. We'll just use a little whiz wheel with one of those polishing pads and buff that out, and then go over it with the drum, the 120, and then obviously the 240 to finish it off. There is some on the side. We got to figure out what we're doing for that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the thing going because I can't get the drum polisher down here, but we'll figure it out as we go. We still are waiting for the screen as well, so that should be here hopefully Friday. So getting there. All right, guys, we are using the TIG torch finger switch, and it is working out pretty good. You can see I was crouching down, did a pretty decent weld. We have to fill in that right there, but means there was such a gap right here, we had to do a little bit of an ugly weld and fill it in, but this will all get ground down, and then we'll be able to polish it up and brush it, make it look nice. And right here we have the lock crimp, which I thought was inner crimp, but I think because this is 1/8 inch, lock crimp is all they really do. So it is exactly what we wanted, so that's good. Didn't change the price or anything, but yeah, we got 2 pieces here. Once that is all finished on there, we can get those pretty much traced out, cut, and then we will tack them into the back of this and make sure they're secured enough. But it's looking good. I'm happy with everything that's going on. Just getting used to the little finger torch and everything, but it looks like it's gonna be working out pretty nice. So we're gonna get back into it now. Guys, so we just got done with both of these. I got done with this one last night, finished the other one, let it cool down, and we're gonna go over, clean the edges, clean the face, and then we're gonna rebrush everything and make this thing look really nice. Got my processes down with a piece of that I welded before, ground down, and sort of made it look really good. But you can see we welded everything up on the back. And now it's just a matter of getting everything ground down, cleaned up, and then this is gonna go to the customer. So let's get back into it. Alright guys, can you tell which one's mine? Well, obviously, because I've been making these two, but that was the original one that we were working off of, and I think I did a bang up job on this. Looks pretty much the same, has a nice finish on it. The lock crimp screen is perfect. This is all 304 stainless. Very hard to achieve the brushed finish, as that's what I was trying to do, make it really nice. The process to do that is a learning curve. You have to feather it with your hand and all that stuff like anything else, but we used a 60 fiber disc, went down over the marred areas as well as any of the welded areas that sort of penetrated through, and got rid of all the humps and sort of made it nice. And then we went over it with a 120 flap disc, smoothed it all out, got the deep grooves out and everything. And then we took the 120 sandpaper on a DA, sanded the whole thing down, smoothed everything out, rounded off all the edges and everything, which is why the edges look so nice. And then as well as 150. And after that, we ended up going over it with a 60 drum disc, and that was at 3. There's six levels on that, but I did it at 3 first, went around, did everything, and then did 6 all the way around, and then put it on the side. And you can see this is where the head sort of rode all the way around. But after that, we went over it with this little block sander with 120 over it, and just did it nice and smooth, went right around, got it all nice. And then we did the same exact thing on the drum, which was a level 3 all the way around, and then a level 6, and just really let that work in. I could have probably used another one, but I didn't have any more, neither did Harbor Freight, but I have plenty of other ones. Just seemed that the 60 worked the best out of all of them. This is just too coarse, and it leaves these weird streaks. That's more for stripping paint and stuff like that. The 120 polishes it, but it just reveals all the weirdness of the material. So it seems like this gives the best brush finish, and that's what we went with. That's what achieved this whole look to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little build video. Something different. I don't normally work with stainless too much, but a new customers, pretty much stainless and aluminum. We're going to be dropping these off in the morning. These are actually going to go on a fire truck. So these are window guards for a fire truck, which is pretty cool. And we're probably going to be building more of these, as well as many other aluminum things, which tomorrow when I get there, I have to measure out some new stuff. So for the next job. So they should be keeping us pretty busy, hopefully. But I'm happy. And what do you guys think about the finished product? I think they came out tits. But obviously, before we go, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.